Hello everyone, it's me, Anthony, and oh boy, it's been one shitty year so far. Actually wait, it's been a shitty year. This is the end. It ended right at the moment I'm gonna upload this video at 12. Right when 2021 starts. This year has been a shitty world, yeah, that's a good representation. This year has been a shitty world, because everyone in the world had a shitty year. Pretty sure I've written a script going into this. It's not only been a shitty year for me and my family and my personal life, but it's been a shitty year for everyone else in the world, and I don't want to go over my own personal life because I'm selfish, but I've decided it would be a good idea to read this list here. You see it? Yeah. Scrolling to the bottom, there is a total of 66 things that affected one of our states, the whole world, anything like that. So I figured to celebrate 2020 ending, we would read all this. And then I'd go through a little bit of the highlights because we can't be negative all the fucking time. We especially can't be negative this year, especially since it's over. Alright. Starting off, Hong Kong protest. Australia declares a state of disaster amid large bushfires that have killed as many as 500 million animals. A U.S. drone strike at Baghdad International Airport kills Iranian General Qasem Soleimani and Iraq paramilitary leader Basically, a lot of important people died. I honestly can't pronounce any of these names here. I know, that's pretty selfish of me, but... Alright, Turkish President recap. Tayyip Erdogan announces that Turkish troops will be deploying to Libya on behalf of the United Nations, backed government of the National Accord. Tau volcano in Luzon erupts, leading to a evacuation of 1,000 people. Oh, the Tau volcano erupted. The impeachment trial of the President of the United States, Donald Trump, begins in the U.S. Senate. Impeaching Trump. Okay. The United Kingdom and Gibraltar formally withdraw from the European Union, beginning an 11-month transition period. The World Health Organization, WHO, names the disease COVID-19. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, DJIA, plunges by 1,190.95 points, or 4.4%, to close at the 25,766.74, its largest one-day point decline at the time. It follows several days of large falls, marking the worst week for the index since 2008, triggered by fears of spreading COVID-19. Italy places 60 million people in quarantine, more than a quarter of its population, in a bid to stop the spread of COVID-19. A day later, the quarantine is expanded to cover the entire country, becoming the first country to apply this measure nationwide. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, DJIA, plunges more than 2,000 points, the largest fall in its history up to point. Oil prices also plunged by as much as 30% in trading, the biggest fall since 1991. The World Health Organization declares the COVID-19 outbreak as a pandemic. A passenger train derails near Chenzhou, China, killing one person and leaving 127 injured. A number of confirmed cases of COVID-19 passes 1 million worldwide. The Democratic Republic of the Congo reports the first case of Ebola since February. U.S. President Donald Trump announces that the U.S. is suspended and restarting that. U.S. President Donald Trump announces that the U.S. is suspending funding of the World Health Organization, pending on investigation of its handling of the coronavirus pandemic and its relationship with China. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, says it expects the world economy to shrink to 3%, the world contraction since the Great Depression of 1930s. The number of confirmed cases of COVID-19 passes 2 million worldwide. Oil prices reach a record low, with West Texas Intermediate falling into negative values. The number of confirmed cases of COVID-19 passes 4 million worldwide. Nearly 1 million people are affected, and at least 24 people have died in the flash floods that hit Beledweyne and Jowar, Somalia. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas announces the termination of all agreements, including security ones, with Israel and the United States in response to Israel's plans to annex the Jordan Valley. Cyclone Amphan makes landfall in eastern India and Bangladesh, killing over 100 people and forcing the evacuation of more than 4 million others. It causes over US $13 billion in damage, making it the coolest cyclone ever reported in North Indian Ocean. Flight PK-8303, a Pakistan International Airlines passenger aircraft, crashes in a residential area at Karachi in Pakistan, killing 97 of the 99 people on board and injuring dozens on the ground. Protests caused by the killing of George Floyd break out across hundreds of the cities in the U.S. and around the world. The World Health Organization reports 6 new cases of Ebola, and UNICEF reports 5 deaths. Russian President Vladimir Putin declares a state of emergency after 20,000 tons of oil leaked into the Ambarnaya River near the Sabrina city of Norilsk with the Arctic cycle. A 7.5 magnitude earthquake strikes the coast of Oaxaca, Mexico, and kills at least 4 people. It is felt more than 640 kilometers, 400 miles away in Mexico City. Russian voters back on constitutional amendment that, among other things, enables Vladimir Putin to seek 2 further 6-year terms, with his current term ends in 2024, potentially allowing him to remain in power until 2036. China reports 141 dead or missing in floods since June. 28,000 homes have been damaged. That's 30. We are nearly halfway through the list. Oh my god, this is insane. I've filled up 8 minutes just reading this list. Alright. 31. The Twitter accounts of prominent political figures, CEO, and celebrities are hacked to promote a Bitcoin scam. That was hacked. It's pretty bad. Flooding off the Brahmaputra River kills 189 and leaves 4 million homeless in India and Nepal. The number of confirmed cases of COVID-19 passes 15 million worldwide. Multiple explosions caused by unsafely stored ammonium nitrate kills over 135 people, injured thousands, and severely damaged the port of Beirut, Lebanon. Damage is estimated at 10 billion to 15 billion, and at least 300,000 people are left homeless. The worldwide death toll from COVID-19 exceeds 700,000. Harvey Weinstein was convicted of rape and sexual assault in New York. NBA legend Kobe Bryant was killed in a helicopter crash. The 2020 Summer Olympics, which were supposed to take place in Tokyo, are postponed to 2021. A Eurasian flight crashed in Tehran, Iran, killing 176 passengers on board. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announced that they are stepping down from their duties as senior royals in Buckingham Palace. Pakistan's airline crash. Impeachment of President Donald Trump. The coronavirus pandemic triggers a global reconstruction as numerous countries went into lockdown. The Dow Jones Industrial Average suffering its worst day point drop ever on March 9th. Ghislaine Maxwell arrest. Murder hornets arrive in U.S. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Basically giant-ass hornets that could bust through this window at any moment and suck all my orchids out. 46. Chadwick Boseman death. 47. West Coast wildfires. The Supreme Court Justice and unrelenting trailblazer for gender equality died September 18th at the age of 87. She was the second ever woman appointed to the High Court. Renewed fighting in and around Nagorno-Karabakh was shattered at ceasefire between Armenia and Azerbaijan. A man with a knife killed 3 people at church in Nice in an assault that bore similarities to recent killings of a school teacher, which was shaken the country. 51. The second COVID-19 has arrived. 52. The number of confirmed cases of COVID-19 passed 47 million worldwide. Chinese President Xi Jinping has called on troops to put all their minds and energy on preparing for war. Tens of thousands protest in Belarus, defying warning shots. An Islamic State supporting gunman killed 4 people and injured 22 others attack in central Vienna. 2020 likely to be one of the warmest years on record. Canada makes a plan to evacuate its citizens from Hong Kong. Poland delays implementing new abortion law amid huge protest. Attack on Kabul University in Afghanistan. Capital leaves at least 19 dead. Death tolls reach 39 in the quake that hit Turkey. American missionary kidnapped in Niger and West Africa. We're not being racist. Alright, let's keep going. Thailand racked by protest as Prime Minister refuses to step down. Russia says COVID under control despite records infections. Bodies lined up in a hospital basement. U.S. charges 6 million military officers for massive cyber attacks. Russian suffers same mystery, pollution poisoning them, killing animals. 66. Final bad thing. 5,000 pets found dead in boxes at the Chinese shipping department. I was gonna say a few of the highlights that happened this year. Like, this year has made a bunch of people grow close together with the game Among Us, and so we got 2 new brand generation consoles. There were a few good things that happened, true, but with all these horrible things that happened, it's definitely hard to focus on the positives, especially when they are so minor. This year has probably been one of the worst years of the decade. Makes sense to round it all off, I guess. But by the time this video gets uploaded, it will be 2021. All these problems will be carried over to 2021. But hopefully we can make it so no new problems arise. If people manage to survive this year, if countries are still running, we can do this. We can survive 2021. We can get through these issues. That's my hope. 2021. Welcome to the new year.